Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. I'm your social studies teacher. Today we're starting chapter 16 and the name of the chapter is The Road to Independence. Here the road to independence means all the struggle which we have done for the independence, that all we discuss in this chapter, and also the different events which were happened in the history. So I'm just going to dividing this chapter in content. So the topic which we will discuss in it, the number 1, importance of First World War. Number 2, role played by Indian soldiers. Number 3, role of Jinnah towards independence. Number 4, role of Gandhi. So these are the topics which we will discuss in this lecture. So now we started from the First World War. The First World War, if we're just going to check that, the duration of First World War is 1914 to 1918. This war was started on 28th July 1914 and ended on 11th November 1918. This First World War was started between the two European countries. I'm just going to zoom the map and then you will come to know that there are two countries, that is of Serbia and that is of Austria. Okay, so it means that was started from Europe side. This war began after the murder of King Archduke Franz of Austria by Serbia. Why the king was murdered by the Serbians? Because the Austrian king visit Serbia for enjoyment. Means as we are just going to going somewhere for picnic and for tour, so they will go for tour there. But Serbian terrorist group just going to spread the rumor that they are coming to attack on our country. So that's why they just going to murder the king, his wife, and also nephew, and also some other people who were with king. And when that war was started, then the other country whose king was died, they said that we will take the revenge. So that was the event because of which the First World War was started. But when it was started between the two countries. But gradually and slowly too many countries include in that war. Means we can say that at least more than 100 nations worldwide eventually joined the conflict. If I'm just going to say that how we can discuss the war and why we discuss the war, so we are discussing in it. Effects of World War I, number 1, 37 million people died in it. And that was the territories between the two groups. Number 1, Allies, and number 2, Central Powers. Allies group was consist on Great Britain, France, Italy, and the United States, and also Serbia. They are just going to support the Serbia. On the other side, Central Power. Central Power consists on Austria, Hungary, Germany, Bulgaria, and Turkey. These are all the countries who are just going to support the Austria. These are the main powers who include in it. When that war was started, then how the subcontinent became the part of that war? When British came to the subcontinent and they said that we want your help in the war. And if it's just going to help us, because they are just going to add here a condition, and that offer was made by the British Prime Minister Lloyd George, who said that we will give you full government, self-government, when you will help us in the war. Muslims, as you know that in India there were Muslims and also Hindus, so that's why both said that okay, we will help you because you are our here in this country is under you, but on condition we will fight with you. And the condition is that on the other side, because you are just going to fighting against the Turkish army, so that's why we will fight with you against our fellow Muslim Turks. So we're just going to fight with you if we're not going to abolish the Ottoman Empire. Means जिसे खिलाफत उस्मानिया भी कहते हैं. And if it's going to affect that Ottoman Empire after the war, then we can fight with you. So on that condition, British agree, okay, we will not touch the Ottoman Empire after the war. So that's why Muslims are just going to fighting with the British against the fellow Muslim Turks. The situations after war. When the World War I was ended, that was ended on 11th November 1918. Basically, according to the conditions, as British has said that we will fulfill all our promises, but what they had done, Number one, they did not give independence to India after war. So the first promise they did not fulfill. And they also abolished the Ottoman Empire after war, whom they're just going to make the promise that we will not touch. So they're just going to were treated very brutally with the Turkish army and also the Muslims who were just going to support the Turkish. Now we're discussing the role of Jinnah in India. As you know that Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was the main leader of Muslims, he was joined the Indian National Congress in 1913, but he joined the Muslim League in 1913. Why he joined the Muslim League and why he also joined the Indian National Congress? Because at that time he was strong supporter of United Subcontinent. That was a time period when World War was not stopped, means that was continuous still in the world. At that time, Quaid-e-Azam just going to try and attempt just to bring the both International Congress and Muslim League on one platform, and for that purpose he just going to call the Lucknow Pact. Lucknow Pact took place in 1916, in which Quaid reached an agreement with the Congress to cooperate with separate electorates for Muslims and Hindus in all future governments of United India. Just check, I'm using here the word United India. So what is meant by United India here? Because as I told you that Quaid-e-Azam was working for the Hindu-Muslim unity, not for a separate state at that time. Because at that time we want to just going to take back the state from the Britishers. When that Lucknow Pact was presented in front of the Congress and about the separate electorates, so before discussing the next point, I would like to tell you what is meant by separate electorates. Separate electorates means that elections will held on the base of the separate electorates, and separate electorates means Hindus will vote poll the vote to Hindus and Muslim will poll the vote to Muslims. So what happened after this? That is a very good condition which was made by the Muslims. But what Congress had done with this proposal with Lucknow Pact, that Lucknow Pact was rejected by Congress because they were against the separate electorates. And you know that why they were against the separate electorates? Because on the base of the separate electorates, Muslim can get a fair share in the government. And they did not want to give any kind of share to the Muslims in the government. The next important leader, which is of Gandhi of Indian National Congress. So now we're discussing the role of Gandhi in Congress. At this time, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was dominant leader of Congress. He came to India to lead the Hindus. As I told you that Congress did not want to give share to Muslims in government, and Congress wants Hindu domination in India, and the main leader of Congress were Gandhi, Nehru and Tilak. And on the Muslim side, Allama Iqbal and Jinnah and some other leaders like Johar Brothers, they were all the Muslim leaders who fight for the rights of the Muslims. So basically here we are discussing that what is the role of Gandhi here. So according to the main political leader of the Congress, he must also working for the Muslims too, but they were working only for the Hindus, not for the Muslims. That is all about the today's lecture.